It's D-Day. You're en route to your first ever cruise, full of excitement, expectation, and maybe even a few nerves about what to expect. But what should you make sure that you definitely do on your cruise holiday? And more importantly, what should you definitely not do? Well, this week on Planet Cruise Weekly, we're looking at the do's and don'ts of a cruise. So, you know what? We chat every day, don't we, Danielle?
We
to
do.
Experienced cruisers, and we know that many of you who watch PCW, some of you maybe who don't, and probably don't even hear this now, have your own lists of do's and don'ts on board a cruise ship. Many of you tell us that you have specific routines when you join a ship, and certain tips that you always use to help get the best out of your holiday. So, do us a favour, watch this, and tell us if you think we've missed anything by commenting below. And if you'd like to see any other episodes about cruising enthusiasts like us talking about the thing we love, then click the link above to see other episodes that we've made. So here is Keith and Danielle's list of do's and don'ts on board a cruise holiday. And for our first do, I shall hand over to Danielle.
Thank you, Keith. So, pack a spare change of appropriate clothing in your carry-on luggage. Most cruise lines take your main luggage from you when you check in and deliver it to your cabin for you. Now, this is great as it does save you having to lug it to your cabin yourself, but sometimes it can take several hours to arrive there after you've embarked, as it's a huge operation. So packing some swimming gear, some shorts, sandals can really help you relax and get you into the swing of things straight away.
Yeah, great advice. And on the top of that as well, if you've got kids with you, it's great to do the same thing for the children. You know, whether it's making sure they've got their iPad with them, and you know, a couple of pairs of swimming shorts and some suntan lotion for them as well. Make sure they're comfortable as well. There's nothing worse than having frustrated kids and a frustrated spouse moaning because they haven't got their stuff yet. So, another do. This could be controversial, Danielle.
Yeah.
Do unpack. Yeah, I know it's not long since you packed. Well, unless you're my wife, in which case you packed 2 months ago. But you should push past that because your future self will love your past self if you do unpack straight away. It will make your cabin instantly more homely, and it will mean that if you do get distracted, having such a great time around the ship, when you finally return back, everything is ready for you to change for dinner or maybe even for bed, depending on how long you spent at the bar. Now, I know many cruisers do head to the bar straight away, and then if they do make it back, unpacking is the last thing they want to do.
Absolutely, yeah.
So I really would say get it done before you head off anywhere else. Of course, if you are a sweet guest, I say, if you are a sweet guest, then you have a butler who will unpack it for you.
So, another do. Now, take a dip in the pool or hot tub. Now, they're often uncrowded on the first day because many people haven't even followed the advice above and brought a change of clothes.
So they're uncrowded, and while everyone else is running around stressed.
You can relax, get in the hot tub.
Cocktail.
Absolutely,
Sunset.
That's where I'd be.
Oh, absolutely, where we'll both be. Our first don't skip the muster drill. I know you're thinking, I've done it so many times, it's almost like the airline.
Absolutely.
You know, the airline drill, isn't it? And
Yes.
I feel really sorry for the air hostesses because they're there doing it really nicely and everyone's reading or on their iPad or sending their last text. You know, but at some point within your first 24 hours on board, you will be invited to attend a muster drill. It is really, really important as a safety briefing, which is mandatory for everyone on board. So whether it is your first time or your 50th time, do go along, do pay attention, find out all you can about staying safe at sea. As a cruise director, of course, it was my job with certain lines to actually read that out. You know, and again, you know, you do sometimes find that some people think they can kind of slink off and escape it. Be aware that they will know if you haven't done it, and then you end up getting a letter to your cabin and you have to go along to a later drill at a far more inconvenient time. So it's best to do it, get it out of the way straight away.
Funnily enough, many people end up actually making friends at the muster drill, so it's really useful on more than just one front.
Yeah, there's nothing like kind of all having to wear a bright orange life jacket, feeling a little bit like a plonker.
And at least if you make friends, they can take pictures of you looking like a plonker.
Exactly, so it's all good.
So, another do meet your cabin steward. Now, your cabin steward and stewardesses will become your best friend during the cruise. They are likely to come and introduce themselves within the first few hours of being on board and make you feel extremely welcome. By the time your cruise is over, they will be one of the most memorable people of your cruise. Now, there's many people I've met on the cruises that actually return to the same ship on another holiday because they have made such good friends with their cabin steward and stewardess, and regularly stay in touch on Facebook.
Absolutely true. I'm still in touch with a couple of my cabin stewards from
I
my
am as well,
time on the
actually.
ships.
Yeah, absolutely. They really do a marvellous job.
Next up, don't forget to book the kids club.
Absolutely not. You need a bit of peace and quiet, I think, don't you, Keith?
You do, and unless of course you don't have any kids with you. Most cruise lines offer kids clubs, which are designated to specific age groups. So make sure you get your little ones signed up straight away so that they'll have a chance to pop along to the introduction, meet the staff, meet the other children, and of course find out about all the amazing activities they're going to do and about all the facilities they can enjoy on board. Not only will they have a fun-packed time on the cruise, it will allow you to have some special adult time away from the kids.
So, another do check your dining arrangements. So, one of my favourite hobbies is eating, and checking the dining arrangements that are organised by the cruise line before you cruise. So it is important to express your seating preferences and dining times to your travel agent. However, this will only be a request and cannot always be catered for. You should check the dining times you have been allocated, normally found on your cruise card, and if you are not satisfied with them, try to have it amended as soon as possible. Normally, a dining maitre d' will be available at certain time slots during the first day for any dining inquiries.
Do try the other restaurants on board. Absolutely crucial. I, like Danielle, love my food too.
Absolutely.
And cruise ships offer an array of specialty dining restaurants with everything from Italian bistros and sushi bars to luxurious steakhouses. Now, these are normally very popular with guests, especially those wanting to experience something different or those celebrating a special occasion. Therefore, we would recommend you make a reservation in advance if you do want to dine at one of these exclusive restaurants.
So another really important do is go to that sail away party. Now, sailing away from port is one of the most memorable experiences of a cruise, especially the first sail away. Now, with everyone in high spirits, cocktail in hand and congregating on the top deck to marvel at the incredible passing skylines, the sail away party really kicks off your cruise in style.
It really, really does. And as a cruise director, I'd always try and encourage as many people to go, especially to the first one as possible. But really head up on deck whenever you're leaving port. There's always something beautiful to see. When you first leave port, and also certain sail aways such as
like Venice or New York.
New York. Or maybe you've been to Santorini. Some of these are really, really special, and on occasions like that, I know certainly on Queen Mary 2, when we were heading out from Southampton towards New York, we'd all be waving Union Jacks, and it's a wonderful way to meet people, to socialise, to listen to some live music, to get some fresh air, and to really, really, really finish off a perfect day in port. Don't use the lifts, especially on the first day, unless you have to. And I understand, of course, certain people need to use the lifts. But if you are able to walk up the stairs, then do use them. It's a great way to increase your daily steps, particularly if you're like me, sporting a Fitbit and really worried about that kind of thing. And it will help you walk off all those extra desserts that you're going to enjoy throughout the course of the cruise. But whatever you do try and avoid the lifts on the first day as much as possible. They do get quite a lot, quite crowded with people ferrying the luggage to the cabins and getting familiar with the layout of the ship. So using the stairs can help.
So another do is join the ship's tours on the first day. Now, the ship's tour is a really quick, easy and effective way to orientate yourself around in day one. Now, often you'll receive some insider tips from the cruise staff too, and you'll be shown around some of the areas that you'll never find on your own. Now, ship maps will either be in your cabin or at reception, or on the handy portals around some of the ships. Now, it's a good idea to work out where your cabin is in comparison to some of the more important areas like the dining room, the outer decks, the pool, or maybe even the bar.
Yeah, which bar, I suppose is the question there.
Absolutely.
So funnily enough, while we're talking about finding your way around the ship, certain companies, certain ships do give you quite a few nice little tips and indicators of where you might be on the ship. Norwegian Bliss, for example, has the little fish, and the direction that they're swimming is the direction of forward and aft. So at least you know if you're
That's really clever, actually.
towards the pointy end.
Yeah, absolutely. And some of the ships also have different colour carpets for different parts of the ship. So forward may be green, midships may be red, and it's an easy way for you to orientate around the ship. Now, this is a don't. Now, don't go rushing to that buffet on the first day. Now, while the 24-hour buffet can, of course, seem very attractive to you and I, Keith, because we do like our food, you can confidently bet that the majority of cruisers will be heading that way as well. Now, for this reason, why not try one of the main restaurants on board or the speciality restaurants, which will often be cheaper to book on the first night of the cruise?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you can avoid the masses and try something even nicer than they have in the buffet. While your phone can access land-based cell towers and you're not paying the sky-high satellite internet and roaming fees that you'll get via the ship's satellite system, take advantage of it. Really be careful of turning your phone on when you're at sea, because you will be charged an extraordinary amount of money just to receive a text, or just for your phone to be working. So turn your phone off, or at least turn all your data roaming off.
Do be willing to queue on the first day for things that you just can't afford to miss. Now, certain tours, activities, shows, restaurants and some treatments in the spa will book up really quick. So if there's something you simply have to experience, then make sure you try to sort it out on the first day to avoid any disappointment. Now, yes, do expect some queues of a nature. Now, people will be standing in line to get their tickets on day one, but this is better to stand in line for a little while on the first day than waste some sunbathing time or the all-important time in that bar on day two. Now, some cruise lines allow you to book even before embarking, maybe online or with the cruise line direct, which is even better.
And some cruise lines as well now let you book interactively through the TV in your cabin. Don't forget to make your allergies and special dietary requirements known to the crew. Guests with dietary requirements and certain allergies will absolutely be looked after on board. That's the first thing to know, and you need to mention this to the maitre d' of the restaurants that you intend to dine in, or even if not just the one of the restaurant that you intend to dine in, the overall maitre d' when maybe you're sorting out your dinner sitting. Do this even if you have had these noted at the time of booking, even if you've sent the information to the ship beforehand, as some companies give you the opportunity to do so, because sometimes that information doesn't always filter through, and it's better to be safe than sorry.
Do take photos, and lots of them. Get that first, hooray, I'm on holiday, shot of the family by the ship's rail, a snap of the pic of the cabin in the pristine condition before it's wrecked with daily schedules, towel animals and your assorted laundry, capture interesting shots on board before they're overrun with passengers, and do feel free to post them online to make your friends drool.
Do consider buying a soft drinks or alcoholic drinks package to get the most out of your purchasing of beverages whilst on board your holiday. Just make sure you do the maths beforehand. Make sure that you will actually save money.
Absolutely.
If you only drink one G&T a day, you're probably not best get a
No, probably not going to get your money's worth, are you?
No.
But no, those packages are great, so really do take advantage of them whilst you're on board.
Don't stay in the sun all day. And actually this kind of links with Danielle's last one as well, because the two can run into each other. If you're cruising in a sunny destination and haven't been getting much sun at home, of course it's understandable that you want to stay out and enjoy as much sun as possible and make the most of the opportunity. And of course, if you don't go home with a tan, everyone thinks, what's the point?
Wonder where you've been.
Exactly, wonder where you've been, yeah. But if you combine this with too much alcohol, it can be very, very painful. And if you just do it anyway and stay out there for too long, again, it will be very, very painful. You could get sunburn, headaches, even sunstroke. So please try to avoid long periods in the sun. Well, there we are. That has been Keith and Danielle's do's and don'ts of cruising. I hope that you agree with some of them and maybe even disagree. And if you do disagree, once again, comment below, get in touch, tell us what you have as your do's and don'ts. Of course, we couldn't cover everything, otherwise we'd still be here in about 2 days' time. But hopefully we've given you a flavour. Now, don't forget to subscribe to our channel too. That will give you alerts as to when new videos are released, and there's one of these released every week. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Keith Maynard, and this...
I've been Danielle Milburn, and this has been your Planet Cruise Weekly. Thanks for watching.
Hiya, thanks for watching the video. Now don't forget to like, comment and subscribe below. Remember to click that bell to get all notifications, And if you're looking for more fantastic travel video content, like this, click on the videos to the right hand side. It'll be really informative. Or click on the Planet logo to the left to go to our website for some fantastic deals. Keep cruising.